Hey Renaissance! So, it's the start of the school year and you might want to share an inquiry document with your class so that your students and perhaps even their parents can familiarise themselves with the topics you'll be studying. I find that a shared Google document is by far the easiest way for me to do this. This can later be shared on Google Classroom and maybe even embedded on a class Google site. If this is a class that you've never met before, you might want to add a picture of yourself to the document. I'm also going to add a note on how I'd like my students to contact me outside of class hours. For the course details, you probably have a pre-existing unit overview. This might look different for each department, so ask your department head if you're new. You'll want to include key related and global concepts, your statement of inquiry, and of course some examples of question types for further inquiry. I'm also going to add the ATL skills we'll be working on in this unit, and I'll outline our assessment tasks too. Finally, I'll add our learning objectives so that I've got a place to put the resources as we move throughout the unit. What you do want to do at this stage is to make sure that each heading is given a paragraph style of heading 1, and that each subheading has a paragraph style for heading 2. That way, when you insert a table of contents at the top of your document, you'll have convenient hyperlinks to each heading. Don't feel too pressured to have a complete overview of the process of your course. We all know the directions of study can change, especially with inquiry-led learning. In fact, chances are that your students are going to find and produce at least as many resources for this document as you will. However, two tricks that will certainly help to make your document look its best is to use images instead of text as hyperlinks. For example, I always try to use the YouTube Play logo for links to YouTube videos so that they're easier to identify for my students. A second trick is to use the Insert Drawing feature to create an activity that you can carry out with your class. Once you've done that, the changes are permanently going to be on the document that you've shared with your students. I do recommend that when you share this document with your students, you give them view-only access so that they're not making changes to the document that you wouldn't like to have made.